Well, guys, um, here's what we got. Seats off again, pans off, tires are off. Well, this one didn't break off. I got the wheel weights off of this one. That's a broken tire there. I haven't got the wheel weights off of this yet. Here's the extent of damage. Yeah, what a freaking nightmare I have. Check this crap out, guys. I was going to clean it this summer, the spring when it warms up, but yeah, look at the filth of this transmission. I mean, this pump here. I got the pulley off. This pulley and blades laying over there. I will do a video of how to put this back together. Right now, I'm just taking it apart because I'm not too sure. I'm doing it on a. I'm just finding bolts that needs to come off to get this transmission dropped. That's all I'm doing right now, and I'll do a video of how to put it back together once I figure out how to take it apart. So you guys know how to take these apart if you ever shear an axle or have to maintenance things. But I can tell you this much, I got a lot of work to do. I ain't even got the transmission down yet. Tran axle. That's my transmission jack I got. This tranny weighs about 300 pounds. Give or take some power. I do know that I haven't got these bolts off yet. Those bolts got to come off to be able to drop it. I got it up on jack stand, so, you know. And it's got transmission jack, so if she falls, it ain't going to hurt too bad. I had to do a lot of work. I had to take off the linkage and all that crap. So, band brake. It looks like I need a new one, but I just got that laying out of the way. I got to figure out how to take this fully apart. This had an oil change done at one point in time. But I don't know if you guys see the color of this, but this ain't motor oil. It's got like a purplish tint to it. I'm not too sure what type of oil that's in it. Unless that's that universal hydraulic and transmission oil. It says it's got 10W30 motor oil with an additive to help it out. I might just put that back in it because it was broken in with it, so I'm going to keep it like that. But yeah, this whole ground is filled with dirt. I got to figure out how to get this hub off because I don't have a puller to pull that. Because the one I have is sitting right there. And that's too small to work, so I might have to make one for it. But I'll cross that milestone when I get there. Fuel line said here is pinched off. I don't care if it destroys the fuel line, because I got to replace this whole fuel line from the back, from here all the way up to the engine, because this line is completely shot. My rear lift is sitting here now. The belt's out of the way, so got a lot of work to do. So hopefully when I get the tranny apart, I'll do a video of how to take the transmission apart and put it back together. So right now I'm just sitting here finding bolts to take apart. So hopefully I can get it dropped. I gotta wait till my mom gets back because my vehicles don't run. And she's getting some brake cleaner so I can clean this off so I can split it. And then I'm going to be getting the axles ordered in. I have a guy that has a Wheelhorse GT-1800, but he wants $100 for it, and it's too bloody cold to go get it. So what I'm going to do is just put the axles in this one for right now, because at GT-1800, I'm going to look at it and see if I can restore it. If I can restore it, that'd be cool, but if I can't, then I'm going to use it for parts. It's what my plan is. But right now, I don't have the room for no rider until all this freaking crap goes away. And go figure, today's 50 degrees and everything's melting. But right now, that's what I'm doing. I don't have the ground open yet. to get the other rider put up, because I have to go through all this snow here, and where that Bonneville sits, it's got to go way back there, and I don't feel like having that rider, and I don't want to sit outside and have the motor destroyed, because I heard it's got a running motor in it. But I'll let you guys go now so I can get the transmission finished, unbolt it, and then I'll let you guys know what I find out after that. Alright, see ya. Okay guys, got transmission split. Show you what lines you have to take off. This line here, that line right there that has the oil filter, the line over here now, and this hydraulic line that sits up under here. Just unscrew those, and then your 4 bolts. Hub didn't make it out. I'm going to set you guys up in that can. Let me see if I can relocate it. And I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do, how to split it. If I can find something to set you guys up on. Looks like my can's missing. So we're going to set you up. Hopefully set you guys up in a good spot. For you guys to see me. There we go. Let's get cracking. These bolts are 14s. And 14s in the back. Give me a minute. Let's go and take some time. Well, guys, after I shut you guys off after 10 minutes, came back. So 20 minutes later, got it split open. So half an hour. What I had to do is take the screwdriver and hammer and start beating against the casing. And I finally got it popped open. So I don't know what's going to look like inside when I get her open. So this will be mine and your first look at it. I wish I had my pop can. And I did clean this before I popped it open. Okay. Well, we're going to have to put you down. Be careful, there's going to be gears falling out on you. Be careful. And do not drop it. This tractor don't show no aging on her. No, that's the planetary gear. So the rider ain't showing no signs of wear. Maybe she is. Maybe she is. She looks like she is. Look at that, a few head bolts rubbing. Other than that, she's not bad looking. A little bit of dirt, but nothing serious. I need to get that freaking axle off. I don't think I can take her apart without doing that way. I mean, I could do it. Now, I'll catch you guys in a few. I'm gonna see what I can do. There's the inside of it. Don't try to take the top pump off. It does not come off. There it is. No, all its glory. Well, guys, I was figuring out how to take that apart since the hub broke. The hub was split to begin with, and I couldn't get the hub off, so I gave up. Anyways, well, my father, yeah, I still live with my parents. I'm 24, almost 24 years old, still live with my parents. But you know what? I say to that, if you guys don't like it, you know where to kiss. Because guess what? Okay, back to what I'm doing. Anyways, yeah, I live with my parents. Two reasons. One, I don't have to worry about a $62,000 rental every freaking week. I mean, every month. I don't have to worry about the stupid city law telling me I can't have my junk. I don't have to worry about getting my vehicles running. I mean, there's a whole crap load of crap. And anyways, my house is bought and paid for. When I moved down here, back to my parents, I was on my own for a while. I moved back down to my parents. And you know what? I enjoy living with my parents. I don't have to worry about nothing. I don't have to listen to landlords. I mean, I don't have to deal with half the crap that a landlord can tell you what you can and cannot do. I hate being controlled on a piece of land. It's just like I lived in Jackson, Michigan. I had a landlord, he was an ass. I had a rider that broke. I used the garage, which I don't park my car in it, so I used the garage, worked on the rider, made sure I had everything underneath of it so it don't get done. I had the door open like I do now. And he came by and see me work on my rider. He bitched me out about working on the rider. And I'm supposed to cut my own grass. The landlord did not cut my grass. I had to cut it. So my deck was pulled off so I could sharpen the blades, which I found out one of the blades were broke in the center. So I was putting new blades on and he bitched at me about it. But anyways, I'll get back to the subject now of hand. My dad used to be an old school mechanic. He used to work on old hot rods and distributors. He's got this wrench. It's a 5/8 and a 9/16, which is a 14 and I believe a 15. He bent this wrench. He bent it so he could work on his hot rod. This is his Gremlin wrench. AMC Gremlin with a 350 stroker in it. 383 with a 5-speed transmission. Yeah, this is his wrench. What I've been doing is coming over to here. I don't know how I could do this. Grab hold of these bolts. I already broke them loose so I could turn them. Broke them loose with the thing. So I lay this in there. Grab a hold of it like that. Perfect. Got a nice handle. Bent so I can get in there. I got two of them already out. There's one. And there's my second one. Now all I do is hopefully I can do this. Hopefully you guys see this. Got you guys in my lap. So all I do is take this bolt. And I just dropped the nut behind it. Hopefully you guys seen that. There you go. That's all I do. And I got one more, so I'll let you guys see this last one. Hopefully. And you guys want to pre-bright these with an impact. I mean, if I'm using impacts, it's quicker and easier. And I don't have to deal with junk. Yeah, my socket was missing. There's the fourth bolt. There should be only 4. This tranny has 4. I should be able to. Okay, now be very, very careful when you pop this out. You got spidey gears. And they're not too worn out. I mean, they got some mileage behind her, but it ain't as bad as I thought they would be. And there's a freaking C-clip right there. So, what I have to do is lay this sucker down. That don't lay in the dirt. Pull up this one pin. Oh, and you do not want to drop these. Now I did it. Now I pull out one of these, see how they go. Okay. Alright, good. Don't have anything. See how you got 2 that floats? Okay, now you can pull your ring out. This ring ain't showing nowhere or signs on it. Now I'm going to lay her just like that. Okay. Now here's the fun part. how am I going to pull these out, right? You guys will see in a minute. I'm just right now trying to check everything out. Okay. Now, there's my C-clip I want. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this axle here. I got a vise. Portable vise. If it even freaking works anymore or not. And you guys are wondering, this is an inch and it's an inch and a eighth axle that I sheared. I sheared an inch and an eighth axle. Don't ask me how. I have no freaking clue. Okay, now I'm gonna take my axle, lay it down just like that. Or I can do that too. Okay. Okay. There. Now, there. Now I don't want this to hit the ground. Now I'll take that, and I'll do this. It's the safest way I know how to keep these from destroying anything. Okay, now you pick a spot. You just start doing it. Just picking spots. Make sure whatever you're using does not collapse back over. See, I'm just pulling them out one way, and then I'm dropping them the other. See how I rotate them down? Now right there, I'm on my spideys here. Now I'll take this last one out, drop it there. Okay, and that sucker ain't tight, but I think be alright for the meantime. Okay, as long as you don't lose that. Okay, now take your spite, the round clap, and just lay that back over top so you know roughly how it's supposed to sit. Okay. Now if you look at something, this one, these two spins, this one, okay, these two spins on the bottom axle. These two are independent from the, you got 4 sets, so to fix this, you'll have to flip them for posi tracking. But I ain't too sure how to make this posi tracking. So, you see, you got high, low, oops, high, low, high, low, high, low, low, low. So you got 2 lows and 1 high, low. There's 1, 2, 3 high lows. 3 sets of high lows and 2 low lows. So somehow you can switch this combination and make a locking rear front end thing for it. Now you wondering how I'm gonna get the snap ring out. Good question. Hopefully I have the tool. If not, I'm gonna be fried. What I'm doing right now, I'm switching my things over. I just swapped these over. These should be what I need. Hopefully I can reach inside here. Now another thing is, if that sucker won't come out that way, I have a pocket screwdriver that you can use. And I need a flathead pocket screwdriver. A pick can work too. I broke quite a few picks in my time taking the clips out. So, let's get busy. Okay. Let's show you how to do this. Down, dirty, and quick. Okay, I got my 2 picks. Well, usually it helps if there's a freaking way to lock that other tire. Anyway, get that sucker lifted when you get it lifted up without having the transmission rolling on you. Get in there with your owl picks. You should be able. Of course, I can't do it on camera. Alright, just give me a minute, I'll do it off camera. Alright, guys. Looked around in my dad's toolbox some more. Found these old pliers. I don't know what they are. I think they're old snap rings. Believe Snap-on or Mac when he used to mechanic work. So we're going to try to get this worked now. Okay, here goes nothing, guys. Hopefully we can get it. When we're ready, we're ready. There goes nothing. That's fitted in the hole. That's, oops. Gotta press hard. Gotta keep pressure on that. You really gotta stretch. Because these things will open quite a ways. So I can really open this with just some strength. But what happens is, once you get it open, you gotta figure out how to walk it out. And I don't have 4 hands to do this. So it usually takes 4 people to do this. It takes 2 people, 4 hands. That's on these big of C-clips. These suckers are huge. Bob Dumb Tracker ones, these shouldn't be no harder. So, you see what I'm doing, so I'll back you up on the tire. So you see what I'm doing, so back you off out so I can see what I'm doing. This thing looks like a quick. And half the time, you'll be replacing these C-clips, these E-clips. So don't worry about bending them, stretching them, or anything. 99.9% of the time, change them out. It'll save you less headaches down the road. Now you see what I'm doing now? I'm standing behind it, holding the drive shaft in because I don't have 50 hands to operate the sucker. I'm seeing if I can get a better grip. Well, you gotta see how hard it is to get E-clip out. So, if it had more hands, it would help out a lot better. But I don't have any more hands than what I have now. So, you gotta work with what you got. Sometimes it's not always a good idea. Now if you can get these to walk off from the shaft, then you're doing good. See, now I got that, so if I could actually walk this E-clip right off. Well, you're talking about 1984 when they actually built E-clips. And there you go, now you're just seeing how I did it. This is when they actually built E-clips. Actually built metal like it should have been. Not none of this cheap freaky Chinese crap that breaks every time you turn around or trying to drive something down a freaking road, down your road. Or if I'm putting money into this thing, because this is American iron. This ain't no cheap iron here. Now, if this was like my dad's Murray or something, I sheared the drive axle off from it. You know, there you go. There's the E-clip. There it is. Now you just grab hold of your axle. It'll work the gearing off. Now you guys might want to see this. Now you guys might want to see how I actually walking gears off me. What walking gears off means. I'm trying to figure out where I'm at. And you just move the axle in and out till it drops. And there's what created the problem. Now this axle sees down here. This hub is on, sees down there. I'm not even going to screw around with it. But there's your gear. I'll put the gear inside of here so I don't lose it. so I don't lose it. Now I'll take the hub, pop the hub out of there. And don't drop this hub. And there you go. Now put your screws that these bolts, take these bolts and put them back in here. Trying to do the camera plus this. And these nuts are tapered. So you just put your nuts back on here. Nuts and bolts. Bolts and nuts back on here. You don't have to beef them on or anything unless you feel like doing it. Just snug them by hand as best you can. Whatever keeps the plenum gear together. Just enough to keep the gears together. That's all you want to do. Just keep this plenum, I call it plenum gear. There's a particular name for this setup, but you just want to keep it just together so nothing happens. Or if you got assholes that decide to go in your fucking garage and move shit on you, you know, it don't fall apart and get destroyed. But there you go. Now that's secured. Now that won't go anywhere. So there you go. All four of those nuts are back in there. Yes, you might say, hey, you forgot a thing over there. Well, I did that because I got to get that gear off. Well, I can get that gear off, but you know, I should have put it in there, but you know, I wasn't thinking. But it don't really matter. I mean, it shouldn't matter at least. And I think these shafts, no, they're different size shafts. So you have one longer and one shorter. But I still cannot believe that. I sheared that freaking axle right off. I could not believe that. And that axle, looks like that axle's been going for a while now. So yeah, there you go. There's the thing behind it. Now inside it's pretty clean. I mean, said an oil change was done in its time. I mean, the bearings, those needle bearings, those all look good. I mean, even my passage ports are good, which I'm surprised. So, I mean, thing ain't in bad shape if you actually look at it. I just clean it out, get it all cleaned up, make it look better, and now we're on a sit back to wait for my stuff I need to come in. Oh, I can't remember. But we're on a wait. Yeah, it looks like I've been having some play in that axle. Look at that back of that gear. It's been rubbing. And there's some play. I mean, it ain't much, but it's some. Now, if you guys want to get technical, you can drop this housing right down the side of there. There you go. And that's how it looks when it's spinning. See, there you go. That's what I do. Now I'll put a bag over that and a bag over the transfer case to keep all the junk out of it. But people telling me that I should replace the axle seals. Yes, I am going to do that. While I'm this far into it, I might as well, somehow, some way, since I'm this far into it. So, there's my project for the day. Started last night and ended today. And oh my God, what happened to the rider? Yeah, see you guys later.